They didn't reject you. Heaven hid you, because what you carry is not for public display. It is for divine unveiling. You were isolated, not because you were weak, but because your presence was dangerous before its time. So let me ask you, was it betrayal or was it blueprint? Was it silence or was it strategy? Was it loss or was it language only heaven understood? Stay until the end, because what you're about to hear may explain why your life has felt like a sealed scroll, held tightly by unseen hands, waiting for one moment, this moment, to be opened. Welcome to Chosen One's Prophecy, where those hidden by God are finally revealed, and the marked are reminded why they were set apart from the start. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Matthew 7:6 wasn't just about discernment, it was about protection. The reason your secrets felt too heavy to speak, the reason your vision stayed locked behind your tongue, is because they were never meant for public digestion. They were holy, and heaven was keeping them pure, because some secrets, if spoken too soon, can abort the entire assignment. And if that sentence hit you in the gut, then you're already in the right place. Stay, because the 8 secrets you're about to hear may explain why God pulled you into silence, why your circle collapsed, and why your calling has been too heavy to carry out loud, until now. The silent codes of the marked. You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for conflict. Before your name was known in the earth, it was whispered in the halls of heaven and heard by the watchers below. Your earliest battles weren't accidents. They were assignments. Because the moment a soul is marked by God, hell sends surveillance. This is why your childhood felt like warfare, why your dreams felt older than your body, why your silence spoke louder than other people's confidence. You were carrying encrypted instructions, sacred codes that only obedience could decode, prophetic dreams, visions you couldn't explain, encounters you never asked for. Heaven placed blueprints in your spirit before you had language to describe them. And now, those hidden codes are activating. But they must remain guarded, because not everyone around you was designed to hear what heaven told you in the dark. You weren't paranoid. You were protected. Your scroll is opening, but the code is only visible to those with matching DNA. What if your silence was the very thing that kept your scroll safe? The discipline of divine silence. God does not rush masterpieces. He conceals them. David was anointed in secret before he was announced in public. Esther was hidden in a palace before she was summoned to the throne. Even Jesus, the Word made flesh, waited 30 years in silence before speaking in the temple. The wilderness is not punishment. It is preservation. Your silence wasn't failure. It was formation. There are things God cannot do in the noise of approval. He needs the silence of surrender. You've been learning to carry fire without smoke, revelation without reaction, calling without clout. Because when you finally speak, it won't be noise. It will be instruction. If you've been misunderstood, overlooked, or dismissed, heaven is reminding you. Silence is not absence. It is divine surveillance. The ones who are loud too early forfeit power too quickly. You are not being delayed. You are being deepened. What if your silence was the sword being sharpened for a war not yet seen? Secrets forged in fire. Every betrayal was a blueprint. Every heartbreak, a hammer. Every tear, liquid gold. The fire did not burn you, it branded you, like Joseph in the pit, like Moses in the desert, like Job in the ash heap. You were forged in affliction so that no demon could steal what was formed in flame. The things you've never told anyone, the nights you nearly collapsed, the dreams you buried in silence. These are the chambers where power was born. You carry fire-baked secrets. They are not to be handed to the unprepared. They are not to be posted in the marketplace, because what was forged in agony carries anointing that cannot be diluted. You were not just tested, you were tempered, and now you are unbreakable in the places you once bled. So guard the fire, Protect the forge. Speak only when heaven breathes through you. What if the very pain you survived is the lock that protects the vault of your destiny? The cost of premature revelation. Joseph told his brothers too soon, and it nearly cost him everything. Not everyone who smiles at you can carry what was shown to you in visions. There is a price to early exposure. When chosen ones reveal too early, they awaken enemies prematurely and expose the blueprint to saboteurs. Some secrets are scrolls sealed with heaven's wax. Break that seal too early and the assignment fractures. Jesus often said, "My time has not yet come." Why? Because divine timing guards divine power. If you've ever wondered why doors shut after you spoke, why relationships crumbled after you shared your dream, this is your answer. Some things aren't attacked because they are wrong. They're attacked because they were revealed out of season. Prophetic callings require prophetic timing, and premature release can lead to prophetic miscarriage. What if silence isn't just wise? It's warfare. The secrets that hold your power. There are 8 sacred vaults every chosen one must guard. Your dreams, they are seeds, not speeches. Your mystical encounters, not everyone is ready to hear what you saw. Your divine assignment, clarity, grows best in secrecy. Your personal rituals, they are your altar, not your stage. Your spiritual authority, never cast it before spiritual infants. Your relationship with mentors and guides, protect the vessels God uses. Your interdimensional experiences, not fantasy, but frequency. Your vulnerabilities, the enemy weaponizes what you publicize. To reveal these without instruction is to open sacred gates without guards. Your power is not only in what you do, it is in what you refuse to reveal. If this resonates, comment 444. Now as a prophetic sign, you are still listening and receiving. You're not just learning, you're remembering. What if your silence has been the armor shielding your inheritance? Darkness confrontation. Why hell knew you first. You didn't recognize your worth, but hell did. Demons don't waste energy. They target those who carry keys. You were attacked early because your assignment is eternal. Moses was hunted as a baby. Jesus too. Why? Because the wombs of chosen ones carry warfare before they carry wisdom. You were born a threat. That's why you felt unsafe in safe places. Because the enemy knew that if you ever woke up, if you ever remembered who you are, if you ever guarded what God gave you, you would become a spiritual weapon that no darkness could withstand. You weren't cursed, you were cataloged as a threat, and every resistance you faced was actually confirmation. The warfare wasn't to stop you, it was to trick you into believing you weren't called. What if every demonic attack was actually a backhanded prophecy, whispering, this one is dangerous. Guardians of the Scroll. You are not a content creator, you are a scroll bearer. There are truths inside you that are time-locked. What heaven gave you is not common, and it's not casual. It is sealed with divine wax and written in the ink of obedience. You are not just carrying a message, you are carrying a move. But scrolls must be guarded, not because they are weak, but because they are weapons. Esther didn't reveal her identity until the moment mattered. Daniel sealed his vision until the appointed time. You must do the same. You weren't made to perform. You were made to release divine scrolls in appointed seasons, and until then, silence is sacred strategy. What if every scroll inside you is waiting for your restraint to unlock its release? Remnant protocol, sacred secrecy. There are others like you, hidden, silenced, misunderstood. We are the remnant. We are the watchers, the weepers, the warriors. We walk unseen, but we shift timelines in silence. This is the protocol of the chosen. We don't explain. We align. We don't promote. We protect. We don't reveal. We release in due time. You are not alone. And your silence is not isolation. It is a sign you are part of something ancient and global. Across the earth, scroll-bearers are rising, not with noise, but with knowing. We speak only when the trumpet sounds, because when chosen ones speak too soon, destinies unravel. But when we speak at the appointed time, nations shift. What if your silence is the signal to the others that it's almost time? Echoes that transcend time. You are not just protecting secrets for now. You are preserving blueprints for generations yet unborn. Every dream you've hidden, every prayer you've whispered, every word you've buried in your chest, they will echo. Like Noah building the ark in silence, like Mary pondering things in her heart, like Elijah waiting for the still, small voice. Your secrecy is not selfishness, it is sacred strategy, because what you carry must not just survive this generation, it must shape the next. So guard it, speak only when fire touches your tongue, and when the moment comes, your voice will not just echo across a room, it will echo across realms. You were sealed for a reason. And when you are released, it will not be with words, it will be with weight. Some secrets are not silence. They are shields. Not everything hidden is meant to stay hidden, but everything sacred must be protected until its time. You weren't delayed. You were disguised, hidden beneath obscurity so that your voice would emerge not as an echo of others, but as an origin of heaven. You are a chosen one. You survived fire that should have destroyed you. You bore silence that should have broken you. You carried scrolls that others would have crushed, and yet you endured. You are not just called. You are commissioned. You have been marked. You have been forged. And now, you are being sent. Comment 777. If your spirit recognized this as confirmation, tell us, what part pierced the silence in your soul? Your voice is sacred here. Your presence is not random. Subscribe and stay aligned with Chosen One's prophecy, because the remnant is not just rising, it is remembering. You are not alone. You are the next echo.